So, you mentioned sort of a global. We mentioned sort of a global perspective. Of course, there's a global perspective in terms of need. There's also a global perspective in terms of investment. I mean, the United States is not the only area that's seeing a surge of financial technology investment. You're seeing it across the globe: Europe, Asia, other places in North America. So, I'd like to talk to the group about what they're seeing overseas.
I think that we forget the depth of technology infrastructure that exists in the United States. We have credit scores. Every single one of you has a credit score. Tons of information about all of you available to someone who wants to service you financially. We have, so dependable wires under the streets that can transmit information that's pretty good. We have sophisticated technology that people can program and actually use. We are actually comfortable using credit cards in forms of non-cash money, right? Like we generally speaking, people are less corrupt in the U.S. than some other parts of the world. So we have all these advantages that allow our financial systems to work pretty smoothly. By the way, the U.S. and the U.K. are arguably do financial systems stuff so much. It's such a more sophisticated and highly levered and highly sort of easy, low transaction cost way than the rest of the world that it's hard to relate. But when you go to the technologies that are being started in China, where there's literally no one has a bank account. Few people do. So you're dealing with an even larger percentage of the population that is literally completely underbanked with no credit record of any sort. So it's for them, getting a peer-to-peer loan isn't just refinancing their credit card. It's actually getting money when they had no one that ever even allowed them to get money in any way before. In other parts of the world, it's to start a small business because you want to get enough money to buy a cell phone with your share, or enough money to buy some seeds. We're talking about deep needs, and I think that the work that Facebook is doing now, starting to try to build low-level financial technology platform and a low-level infrastructure, is going to be insanely important. Facebook could roll out a global financial system tomorrow if they really, really wanted to, and they were allowed to, and there was regulatory approval and carte blanche, which would allow people using their phones and using their friends on Facebook to transmit money, to do banking, and all this stuff. Like, that's incredible. It could be a global solution tomorrow if some of these companies really wanted to. And I'm hoping they do, because it's a real need.